Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause.
So we're welcome everyone to all our partners. Thank you. See you right there. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. It will be a great evening. I just thought of saying thank you, for coming, and let us have a great time as we celebrate our very own, very, very, very own dearest mentor. Thanks for gracing the occasion with your presence.
In any case, we are about to hear more about Dr. Mosun Belo-Olusoga. So, let me first off invite over on stage Mrs. Heidi Ogufere, KRC Limited, rather, for this beautiful expose on the good triple doctor herself.
It's a pleasure to be here. Congratulations. Thank you for having me. I was asked to say a few words about Auntie Mo, and I started to laugh. In how many minutes, please? First of all, I've known Auntie Mo for about 29 years. I met Auntie Mo in Guarantee Trust Bank. As a young banker starting my career, she was one of the bosses that didn't shred. You know what shredding? Yeah, she was one of those bosses that didn't shred. She was one of those bosses that taught, mentored, encouraged. And I remember she made, even though I wasn't working directly or reporting to her at the time, she had done a few trips to Port Harcourt where I worked and came to my home. That's the kind of person she is. But I've had the privilege of working with Auntie Mo for closely in the KRC for about 14 years. I didn't know it was that long. I realized this yesterday, and people say time flies when you're having fun. And it's been such a great experience working so closely with Auntie Mo. I remember some guy coming into our office one day, and we're all having lunch and everybody was talking and laughing, and he said, "Are you people sure she's your boss? She's your mom." But she created that environment where everybody could flourish and everybody, could learn. I think in the short time we've been here, you've heard about her first. Auntie Mo is a consummate professional. So yes, we get to work, we're having fun, but we get the work done. And we get the work done well. You're not going to be shredded, but that no shredding is even more somehow. You would rather that she would shred sometimes, but she will not. She'll just look at you like, Heidi, just try. Just try. Let's do it like this. And that just sort of, pushes you to deliver your best all the time. She has such strong work ethic, and I'm glad I've had that privilege of working with her this last 14 years, because I've just learned to work well, to learn that from her. The main thing I can say about Auntie Mo is her kindness. Auntie Mo is inherently and voluminously kind. She's just a kind person. I think one of the speakers said she's real. So sometimes you meet her and you're wondering, how can somebody be this kind? But she's consistently kind to people. And why I say voluminous, working with her, I would think, okay, I'm special, so she's kind to me. But Auntie Mo is kind to everybody. Young, old, rich, poor, doesn't matter who you are. I've seen CEOs, chairpersons interact with her. And I've seen the drivers and the cleaners interact with her. And she's consistently the same person. She's impacted a lot of people, and wherever you go, you would hear, "Oh, Auntie Mo did this, Auntie Mo did that." So that's the impact, that she makes, that has, led to transformation. I'm a witness because, when I started working with her, I had a lot of fight in my blood coming from the banking industry. But she would tell me, calm down, just take it easy, we'll get it done. And over time I've learned that there are better ways of dealing with people and getting your work done. And I think I learned that from her. And I want to say thank you, Auntie Mo. I don't think I say that enough. I want to say this. Auntie Mo loves God. And it's very evident when you relate with her. And I think that's what puts everything together. God is the center of who she is. She prays and she believes God. So, it's not a front. She loves God, she believes God, and that shows in everything that she does. Proverbs says that a good name is better than silver or gold. A good name is better than precious ointments. Auntie Mo is a good name. Sometimes many people don't even know her full name. They know Auntie Mo, and I think that's enough. So if there's anything you take from here, is the good name. Auntie Mo is a good name. It's been built consistently over time. And if there's anything I want to achieve from my life, looking at her, working with her, is to tell myself, Heidi, you can build a good name. You can have a good name. I think that's what I've learned. And I think that, as we leave here, just bear that in mind. A good name is better than silver. It's better than gold. A good name is better than the most precious ointment. So, Auntie Mo, thank you. It's such an honor to talk about you. I don't think I've ever had this privilege. I love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. I.D. Ogufere. Dr. Okenwoke, Director, Axis Bank. Dr. Oke, you are welcome. Thank you.
I'm one of those that, for people that meet me when I was much younger, not many people are patient with me. And Timo happened to be one of those people that was very patient with me. When people clap when Inango said she had known Antimo for how many years? 29 years? This year will make it 33 years I've known Antimo. 1991, Antimo interviewed me, tolerated my brashness at the interview. I later went back and I read the interview report when they interviewed me in GTV. Was almost one. I think they are almost at the point of rejecting me because they said I was too brash and too sure of myself, too thoughtful. But no, I read your report. It was Antimo that convinced the other 3 people that were the panel that they should employ me. And that was 1991. I started banking I joined the GTB in 1991. Then later on, Antimo, some people were not born then. How many people were not born in 1991? Some of them, their parents are not married then. No. So my journey with Antimo started that 1991. Initially, I didn't work with her directly, but interrelated with her. Then I later got back to work with her. She was not my direct boss, she was the boss of my boss. Now, everything I was saying, I don't want to repeat all the things Inango has said. But Antimo was not just a boss. Antimo was my credit teacher. I give her credit for that today. And to say somebody was my credit teacher and today I'm the chairman of the credit committee of Access Bank, that person did a very good job. So she was not just my credit teacher. She later came back in Access Bank. She was the chairman of the board when I was the director also. Now, before I even I have to track back a bit. Antimo gave the final approval that convinced me to marry my wife. Yes. That was 1997. So you can see how far we have come. Now, everything I'm saying now, you may probably, I think Inango also said that. You think I've taken ownership of Antimo as if she was only looking out for me. But if I call the thousands of people that went through Antimo to Chile, every one of them will say exactly the same thing I've said. Antimo remembers everybody's birthday, not my own birthday. All my children. Some of them that don't know her, maybe they knew her before, but maybe they've grown and we've not been in touch. But they remember the name. Because on the day, sometimes she'll be the one that remind me that somebody's birthday is tomorrow morning. Because her message will come, then I pretend as if I have all the information. She's very consistent. Early morning before that day, the message will come. Whether it's my wife, anniversary of the child, every single. And when I say this, you probably think again she's partial to me. No, that's exactly what every other person you meet will tell you. And Timo knows. I don't know how she does it. I don't know the database that she has. But I'm a database. I don't know how big that database. Yeah, but that's it. That's the database. Somebody has taken that. Somebody has been that diligent to create that database, and is also diligent to make sure it works consistently, without fail. And every time you can ask any other person that you know who has interacted with that Timo, exactly the same thing. I've never seen any other person. I've tried, and I do try, but I cannot match your own level at Timo. Now, so I'm going to conclude. I don't want to. I think Enango said everything, but the point is, you're seeing somebody who's not just a professional. I would say a consummate professional, an authentic leader. A lot of people will say they are leaders. You know, the difference between a leader, when you say somebody is authentic, that person has what you say. You know what you call it's the direction is straight. If you present 10 cases and Timo that have similar features, you can predict exactly how the issue will be resolved, and they will be consistent. So it's not as about the issue people change, then you change how you. No, exactly the same way. And when you Enango said something that Timo is what's the word now? Very generous and merciful. I think Antimo, God has also shown Antimo that mercy, those who are merciful will also have mercy. Not just in the afterworld, in today's world. Antimo is a product of that mercy, the Antimo you see today. When you see mercy speak for somebody, mercy has spoken for Antimo and continue to speak for her. So it's not about receiving it in the afterworld. Here you can see that today, in this world today. Because without that mercy, the Antimo you see here today, you will not be seeing her. One of us said, they talked about medical scare. I laughed. I said her own was not a medical scare. It was far more than a scare. And nobody believed that she would pull through. And that's the Antimo we are seeing today. It is mercy that has spoken to her. So the last point I would say is, people, some of us also call ourselves mentors, but I think she has taken the mantle of a global mentor. She mentors everybody, old, young, I'm sure if when her parents were alive, I'm sure she was also mentoring them. Old and young, everybody you see. You cannot meet Antimo. Her presence attracts so much positivity, anywhere. And that's Antimo. And then, not only that, so it's not just about the mercy. I think we call her a chairperson or chairman or chairperson of chairpersons. Everywhere Antimo goes, still be the chairman. So if Antimo is coming to your board and they are the seated chairman or whatever, you know that someday they have to move. Because Antimo has that quality to be the chairman of every board that she goes into. So Antimo, I'm sure my own, I do say it, I'm one of those people that also push my own bosses. I can get impatient. Those bosses that don't add value. But Antimo is the boss you want to continue to have all the time. Antimo, we're going to celebrate you, not just today. I do my own, whether in private or in public. What you have done for a lot of professionals that have passed through you, I'm not sure anybody can say, give that testimony in a few minutes. So may God continue to keep you alive for us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nwoke.
The person we really need to hear from is the triple Dr. Mosun Belo-Olusoga. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me appreciate my mama.
Thank you very much. This is really, really exciting but humbling. My life has been, my Islamic name is Tamramat, right? And it's, loosely translated means the fruit of God's mercy, right? So, Uruko Rumi. So, I'm really an embodiment of my name. So, I've been really, really blessed. But when they say, oh, she's a mentor, she's this, she's that, I just try my best. right? I don't do things for the accolade, but I'm very, very intentional. I believe in being kind, right, to people. And at times people think that kindness means weakness, right? But there's a difference between kindness and weakness. And people who know me know that, yes, I'm kind, but I'm also very disciplined. I'm a hard worker and I don't suffer fools gladly. But I always come from looking at the person, the individual, and I don't see the people who I work with as a means to an end. I see them for who they are, and to the best of my ability, I try to coach, encourage, and have empathy and try to make each person better than when they met me. So that is how I live my life. And I tell young people, do the best that you can at every point in your life, because you don't know who you're motivating or who you are demotivating. And a lot of times when we work hard, we pray hard, at the end of the tunnel, you don't know who is looking at you and your name just comes up. Again, with all sense of humility, I have never ever asked for any appointment. Things just come, and it's not because I don't solicit for anything, but because I've been a consistent worker. And I'm not that kind of a person that is very aggressive in your face and making noise all over the place. No, that is not my style, right? And said authentic. I try to be authentic. I try to be my true self. There are no airs about me. I'm always learning. I believe that there's always something to be learned. But I'm also saying that people should learn from me, and I also learn for people. So please be kind, be generous as much as you're able. Yes, people will take you for granted at times, and professionally, just put your best foot forward. Always learn and be humble to say, I don't know. There's nothing wrong in admitting that you don't know. We don't know everything. It's only God that has perfect knowledge. But once you admit that you don't know, that means you put yourself in the frame of mind that you're willing to learn. A lot of the things that Champ wrote in that second book for the top performing women, I wish I had read the book when I was a young professional. So for those of you that haven't read the book, I think you should. So I actually bought the book and gave it to my nieces. So Koinsala has one, Nife, Moshokwe. I gave each of them one, and anybody that still comes, because I still have copies, I give the young people one. So when people say you're good, believe it. We ladies at times, we have these self-doubt, right, about us. So when people say, let me even be, you look nice. This cheap thing. We keep downplaying our worth. No, when they say you look nice, thank you. So admit that. And when they say you've done something great, don't play yourself down. And when they say you're good, celebrate your goodness. Know that you don't know it all. But when you do, when you've done something great, yes, also celebrate yourselves and let's be each other's keepers. You don't know when what you have done in the past is coming to benefit you in the future. All these things that I have now, Champ calls me triple. Yes, triple. But guess what? If I had died when I was, so God has a plan for each and every one of us, and I think we should just embrace each day with the best of our ability. Be kind to each other. God has been merciful to each and every one of us. And thank you for coming. I'm really humbled about today. Thank you.
I have the privilege and honor to unveil this, the second edition of the Peak Performer magazine, to the glory of God.